Gavin Newsom catching heat again as LA's 2028 Olympics in peril. Rob, do you have this clip?
So I actually pulled a clip. This is from January. I don't know if you guys remember this, but this was Governor Newsom talking about why they needed to rebuild California during the wildfires and how it ties back to the Olympics.
Is this Vinny or is this Gavin Newsom?
This one was Gavin.
Okay, go ahead.
This is him.
Of course, the next several years, Los Angeles will be host to the World Cup, and then the Super Bowl, and then the Olympics. With this rebuilding effort needing to take place, is LA going to be ready for all of those global events?
My humble position, and it's not just being naively optimistic, that only reinforces the imperative of moving quickly, doing in the spirit of collaboration and cooperation.
I can't stop looking at his hands.
President of the United States, Donald Trump, to his credit, was helpful in getting the Olympics to the United States of America, to get it down here in LA. We thank him for that. This is an opportunity for him to shine, for this country to shine, for California and this community to shine. The opportunity with all of that and all that opportunity and that pride and spirit that comes from not just hosting those three iconic games and venues, but also the opportunity, I think, to rebuild.
Can't even stop looking
That's
at
why
his
we're
hands.
already organizing a Marshall Plan. We already have a team looking at reimagining LA 2.0, and we're making sure everyone's included, not just
So let me read
He's
this to you.
saving money. He no longer
The
needs
Olympics
the sign language.
2028 financial meltdown could cost, with costs rising by $267 million and major sponsors like Salesforce, Toyota, Panasonic withdrawing, leaving only Delta Airlines and Comcast. As Eric Sheehan of Olympics LA stated, it's an unacceptable gamble of public money, and everything that we were told about these Olympics from the start has turned out not to be true. Gavin Newsom rebrand of the Recovery Games drew criticism, with the People's City Council claiming it will be used as an excuse to funnel money to the Olympics, policing and surveillance, while conservative Trish Reagan posted, Gavin Newsom claims the coming Olympics is why LA must be rebuilt. Is he high? Transportation delays threaten chaos, with LA's Metro's 28 planned projects reduced to 10 incomplete by 2028. Tom, your thoughts?
Well, this goes back to 2017. Vinny, the Olympics is about competition.
Yes.
How many bidders was LA competing against in the final round to get the Olympics for 2028, Summer Olympics?
2.
0. Because the others had backed out. The others that were in there, I think it was Budapest, Hamburg, and Rome. They backed out. And Paris already had 24 locked up against the competition, one of which was LA. And then nobody wanted it. You know why? Because if you go take a look at when the Olympics were in Greece, and you go back and take a look at what all those things look like, they spent billions of dollars. They built all these facilities. The facilities are now rotting. These little state, we're going to bring all this stuff here. London, before and after the Olympics. You ready for this? Tourism dropped the year, and the hotels complained about it before and after. You know why? Because the hotels did all these refurbishments and upgrades getting ready for the Olympics and all the people that would be there for the Olympics. And then they raised their room rates to help cover some of the improvements they made to their hotels. And then people didn't come to London. So London tourism, by the numbers, was down before and after the Olympics. Having the Olympics usually costs a ton of money, and you don't get the benefit to the local businesses or local infrastructure. And the last point that Pat made in there, when LA won the bid in the please take it, we'll give you about $1 billion, which is what the IOC said. Please take it. Just say yes. We'll give you about $1 billion. And guess what? They committed to all these transportation projects. And that 28, 10 out of 28 are probably going to be finished. The other transportation. Wait, you have terrible traffic. Don't worry. We have 28 projects that we're going to do here. Well, right now, the original budget was $5.3 billion. The loss of sponsorship and what they think that the media is going to be, they believe they're sitting right now at about $4 billion with tickets and everything.
Losses.
And ready for this? Here it comes. The current budget estimated for everything they need is $6.9 billion. So they're estimating right now that it's probably $2.5 billion gap they have right now.
Oh, man.
And lastly, the Dems, including Karen Bass, who have now pulled their comments back to sit with Gavin Newsom. They were concerned about police militarization. You know what that means? The homeless and everything else, they have to clean up the city because the entire world will be there with their cell phones taking pictures of LA, and they want it to look good. Do you remember what the mayor of San Francisco did when he had the International Council of Mayors? Willie Brown shipped out all the homeless to Sacramento, and they were hitchhiking coming back in, but he cleaned up the city by artificially shipping people out, and they got a lot of heat for it. So there's people saying, we're worried about police militarization. Wait, why? Because they know it's a hellhole, and they know the cops have to crack down on homelessness. They got to ship homeless, and they got to crack down on things so it'll look good and be nice for the 14 days of the 38th Summer Olympiad or whatever it is. And you now have organizations in LA, as reported by the Daily News, that are saying you're talking about tearing down homes for some of these facilities. It's called eminent domain. This is a, I'll say it, this is a shit show. And it was, now remember, Eric Garcetti led the charge, and Trump supported and said, hey, would be nice to have it in LA. Trump's just given support with his voice. He's not the guy. Eric Garcetti said, we have a plan, we're going to do all this. And now the guy standing there now, well, we're rebuilding LA anyway because of all these fires. We'll just finish the rebuild, and we'll call it the rebuilding year, the summer of rebuild. And so Newsom deserves all the heat he's getting because other cities refuse the Olympics because what you end up afterwards is none of the benefits you thought you'd get.
Is there any way to say, you know what, we're 2 years out, Tom? 2.5 years out? We're almost $3 billion short. How about we're sorry? California has no business having games right now. That's my attitude. Can they just say, listen, we're sorry we won the bid, but we can't afford anything right now.
I want to know what's going to happen. And I think, you know what? I think what's, by the way, there are Democrats upset at Newsom because they are going to Washington trying to get grants from our tax money for the Olympic shortfall the same week that Gavin Newsom says, I'm suing the president.
Yeah.
It was the same week.
Yeah.
They were in Washington talking about getting money.
Adam.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited for the Olympics. When was the last time the United States hosted the Olympics? I think it was in 1996, Atlanta, Georgia, I want to say.
Or was it Salt Lake City Winter Olympics?
Yeah, who cares about the Winter Olympics, Tom? We're talking about men's sports here, bro, not fucking figure skating. Sorry about that. But I'm excited for the Olympics. I mean, I'm sure that there's going to be perpetual mishaps and drama and screw-ups in California.
Are you going to get to
That's
something?
what they do.
So there's no story. You have an opinion?
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's it.
For the Olympics to be in America.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm a proud American.
I got you.
And I like patriotism.
I'm waiting for a point. I'm like,
Pat, you didn't even let me get to anything.
It took you 17 seconds to say you're excited 4 times.
I'm going to call out anybody that doesn't make their point in 3 seconds moving forward.
Yeah. I had no idea what was going to happen with the Yetis. I had no idea. When our team said, Pat, they're not going to last, like this, all of it was gone. Next thing you know, we were swamped by messages of, Pat, can we get additional Yetis to do collaboration with Valuetainment and Future Looks Bright? The next one is here. Now, keep in mind, these will go very fast. Rob, if you want to play this clip, we got different ones. These are based on what many of you guys asked. This is the Future Looks Bright Yeti, whether it's a pink one, whether it's the red one, whether it's the Tiffany blue or the white. These seems to be, this one seems to be, it's sick. It's absolutely sick. Yeah, or even a smaller one that you got. And on top of this, Rob, if you can also go to the website, there are, I think it's 10 coolers that we got. A couple people asked for
Only
coolers.
10?
I just got 10 of them. We're like, let's just see if there's a market
I
for it.
guarantee you that they'll be gone before we're out
they
with the
asked,
episode.
I said, let's get 10
Those
and
are
let's see how it does.
sick.
Look at that. Look how sick that is with Future Looks Bright right on top of it.
So badass.
So VTmerch.com, go place your order. Be the first to get it because these things will go very quickly. Again, it is limited supply and they're absolutely sick. When you go to work and you have this Valuetainment logo and the Future Looks Bright, it looks insane. Okay, again, go to VTmerch.com, place your order with the Yeti collaboration. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.